Good morning. You really get the best views of me, don't you? So it's Monday morning and I don't feel very well. Oh my word, seriously. I started with a sore throat last night and I woke up this morning, my throat felt like glass and massive headache. I've had some paracetamol, the headache is a little bit easier. Throat is really sore. I've done a lateral flow test because obviously I'm working today and that's come back negative. However, I've booked PCR because I have symptoms. So yeah, I'm going for that at 9:30, which means I can't go out on visits today. So I'll be working from home again. It's really frustrating because I've not been out of the house now since Friday and I feel a bit of a hermit if I'm honest, but I've got my coffee. I'm managing to swallow. I don't have tonsils, so it's not tonsillitis. It could just be a sore throat, which we get. It's very rare I ever get a sore throat though, to be honest, but here we are. So happy Christmas. Anyway, let's open today's pink door. I missed the pink door quiz night last night as well, which it's just been one of those weekends, I think. But what have we got today? It's a needle grabber. I've never used one of these before actually, but they are quite useful for, you know, if you're sewing through really hard fabrics and to stop the needle digging into your finger. So thank you for that, Andrea. And then let's open the Kylie calendar as well. So it's day 20 today, which is right up here, this one. Let's see what we have in store today. What does that say? I can't read it upside down. It says, nailed it. There we go. There we go. Stupid cameras. So they can go in my label stash as well. I need to get one of those little tins or something to put all my labels in. Do you know, I'm going to be really sad when it gets to Christmas Day and I don't have anything else to open after Christmas Day, because I've really enjoyed opening these advent calendars. So I'm still in my PJs, as you can see. These are ready to wear PJs, they're not handmade. And I need to go, get sorted and get dressed. I feel, today. Martin doesn't feel great either. He's had to go to work because I think I mentioned before that he is union secretary, and I think the national chair or whatever is coming to meet him today. So, and he's coming from quite a distance, so he's had to go in this morning so that he's there for this meeting. But he says he's coming home at lunchtime because he feels pretty rough as well after his booster yesterday. He had the flu jab as well. It's just mad, totally mad. I've been catching up on everybody's comments this morning. Thank you so much for the love on the Camden skirt and the leggings as well. I will take some photos of them on, and the dress obviously, as soon as I'm feeling up to, you know, trying them on. Well, I've tried the skirt on obviously, but the leggings, I'm hoping, well, the way I'm feeling at the minute, you know, I never get ill. This is the thing. It's very rare I'm ill, and since I've had this booster, I just seem to have been floored. I'm sure it's just coincidental, but so yeah, working from home today, and everybody is just being floored in our workplace at the minute. The other girl that should have been on with me over the weekend and today, we were short already. It was just me and her, and she's been off sick. I don't know what with, but she is continued to be off sick. And then we have another practitioner who works in our sort of sister service that I could have pulled into hours today, and I tried to do that because I knew that I would be on my own today, and it's really busy on a Monday. And I emailed to get her pulled across into our team, but then she's phoning sick as well. She's not very well. She's likely to be off all week. And one of my other team has emailed me as well. Her daughter's got COVID, so she's having to do PCR. Won't get the result till tomorrow. She's due in tomorrow. Oh, it's just a nightmare. It's just a nightmare. And the other lead like me, who has just been to New York last week, lucky girl, has had to, they have to do 2 days isolation when they come back and do a PCR, and she messaged me this morning basically to say her PCR has come back negative, so she's swapped from Christmas Eve to today so that we have somebody in today. Initially it was to give me backup for today, but obviously I can't work either now, so it's just her, so I'm gonna have to try and support her remotely as much as I possibly can. Oh gosh, yeah, great stuff, isn't it? Right, I'm gonna go try and sort myself out, get dressed, and yeah, I've got to go for my PCR, which is a 5-mile drive away. That's our nearest one. It's booked for 10 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. So I'm going to go get that done. It's only the second PCR I've done. But as I say, I've done a lateral flow this morning. That was negative, but I know that they're not accurate when you've got symptoms. This is the key thing. People think when you have symptoms doing a lateral flow test is fine. It's not. You need to do PCR. Lateral flows are for when you don't have any symptoms. So anyway, enough of that. I'm going to go get dressed and sorted, and I'll speak to you later. So it's early evening and both of us are feeling quite unwell actually. I did go for my PCR this morning, so that's in hand. Fingers crossed I'll get the results tomorrow. My throat's a bit easier, my headache's a bit easier, but I've been asleep this afternoon because it's just taken it out of me. I don't know whether this is still the remnants from the booster or what, but Martin's cooking tea. He's home from work, he's not too good either, following his booster yesterday. How are you feeling, love?
To put it civilly, not very well.
Oh, bless you. So I don't think he's having any tea, he's just cooking for me and Isaac. So I've not filmed much today really. I'm off tomorrow and I'm supposed to be going out with Judy later tomorrow to Castle Howard for their Christmas display, and I'm just fingers crossed that my PCR comes back negative so that I can still go.
It will.
Yeah, I'm hoping so, because as I say, my lateral flow was negative, but I do know that they are inaccurate when you've got symptoms, so we shall see. Anyway, what I am going to have a go at later is practicing the eyelets for my 7537 dress, because I have the eyelet die for my green press machine and I have the hole punch now for my green press machine as well, and I've been watching videos on how to do it and I think I get it. So I'm going to practice on some scrap fabric first, and then if that works I will get the eyelets put into that dress, and then I need to find probably just some plain burgundy viscose. I know I've got some in my stash somewhere, don't laugh, that I can make a rouleau loop with to use it as a tie for the front, and then I can get that dress finished. Don't know how much I'll get done tonight, don't know how much I'm up to it to be honest, but fingers crossed anyway. That's the plan. Right, the reason you're in this position is because we're going to be setting some eyelets. Now, my green press machine is here because don't make the mistake I did if you have one of these IKEA desk cutting table things in trying to use one of these contraptions on here, because it's not a solid top, and once you put pressure on this, it just created a great big hole which Martin had to fill, and I'd only just bought it. So this is solid, so it's either that or on the floor, and I just can't get on the floor. Well, if I get on the floor, I can't get up, especially when I'm not well. Anyway, I digress. I have a completed eyelet, and it's worked. So what I've done is I have said dress here with my eyelet points marked in the appropriate spots. I have sewn up the hole that I created last week with the ill-conceived attempt to set an eyelet, and I'm going to try again. Now, I have been looking in my stash because foolishly I didn't save the scraps from this to make a rouleau loop to tie with, because I'd decided that I wasn't going to use that, but we all know then that that meant I had to sew up the front and it wouldn't fit, etc, etc. So I had to find something that I could make a tie out of, and I've got this in my stash, which is just like a deep red viscose, plain viscose, which will be fine to create a rouleau loop out of. I've got loads of this. Don't know what I bought it for or where I bought it from, but I've got it. So I'll use a little bit of that to create a rouleau loop, and we're going to create the eyelets. So first things first, I have a 6mm cutting die here for my green hand press to create a 6mm hole. So I am going to unscrew the eyelet die and put this in. I will do this close up so that you can have a look. This has just come today actually, because the only other hole cutting die I'd got was a 2mm one, I think it was, which is too small for this. So let me just zoom in. Oh, look at that, we can get quite close. Oh, there we go. So I've marked a cross on my fabric in a friction pen, and I'm essentially going to try and get this whole die in the centre of that cross. Press down and it creates a hole. Hopefully the hole is just there. You can just see it where my finger's waggling. Okay. Right, so the eyelet dies look a bit like this. You've got this one that attaches into the bottom of the hand press that you put this bit of the eyelet on with the little, where do we go, like that, and then obviously your fabric with the hole over the top. Then this bit goes into the top, and what you then do is you put the washer part of the eyelet die over there and then press down, and it should seal the fabric between both. So fingers crossed this works this time. Right, so we'll take the whole die out. I should really have done all of them at the same time, but anyway, I'm putting the eyelet part on first. Find the hole that I've just created. It's really scary putting holes in fabric that you've made. Okay, and then we need the washer part on top. Press down firmly. It's done. Hurrah. So, I mean, ideally that should be on the outside, but it's not, it's on the inside. But I think what I'm going to do is transfer the markings onto the inside and do it again. But I'm going to go ahead and do the rest, and then fingers crossed they all go in as easy as that did.
Christmas is right here. Well, I've got news for you, I know you're waiting. Christmas is right here.
Martin wants you to see.
My Hasselback potatoes.
Let's have a look. Oh my word, look at those. They look amazing.
Well,
how have you cut those? Have you just done that with a knife?
Yep.
Thanks, Isaac. You want to say hello to the vlog?
Hello, vlog.
Are you going to wash your hair?
I'll wash it tonight.
Oh, typical boy. Yummy, yummy. So what have we got tonight?
It's chicken in a cheese and sun-dried tomato sauce with shredded Savoy cabbage, Hasselback potatoes.
Is that the sauce?
That's the, well, yeah, the chicken was cooked in that.
Is this a Slimming World sauce?
This is Slimming World friendly.
Very nice, looks delicious. See, even when he's not well, he still cooks for me.
I do.
Right, I'm hoping you can see that. I've got the eyelets in. There's one there, there and there, there and there. This one is obviously not in, yeah, it's not in alignment at all, is it? But that's because it should have been there, and I've had to sew that up because that's where the hole was. I think once the rouleau loop is in and it's all tied up, it's not going to be that noticeable. And as I mentioned previously, this is supposed to be a wearable toile, so I am going to now cut out a piece of that viscose to create a rouleau loop, and we can get that inserted, and then I just need to finish the zip. So this needs setting in a little bit better because it's not fully invisible yet, and then it will need hemming, and then it's done.
Well, all around me I hear children singing the songs that we all know. Oh yeah, the Christmas spirit's coming on. Love is in the air, my heart is filled with peace. It comes back every year just to set my mind at ease. Oh, Christmas is a part of me. Love is in the air, my heart is filled with peace. It comes back every year just to set my mind at ease. Oh, Christmas is a part of me. Oh, Christmas is a part of me. Christmas is a part of me. Hey, oh, yeah. Christmas is a part of me. Oh, yes it is. Ooh, Christmas is a part of me. Oh, yeah. Say, ooh, Christmas is a part of me.
finished. So I have set the invisible zipper in, so it's finally invisible. I've done the tie at the front. I'm not too happy with the width of these rouleau loops, to be honest. I think they're too thick, so I might go and change that at some point, but for now it'll be fine. And I've hemmed it as well. I've just done a red bias bound hem, and I'm happy with it. I don't want to try this on tonight now because I just don't feel up to it, to be honest. But I'm pleased I've got it finally finished, and when I'm feeling a little bit more like myself, I'll probably try it on for you. So we are day 20 of Beermas. Martin's lacking in enthusiasm tonight, bless him.
My box is falling apart. I know how it feels.
Oh, bless you.
It's day 20 and tonight we have...
Don't we make a pair?
A white space, which appears to be Belgian beer.
Ooh.
New wave Belgian wit.
Nice. So I think we'll just say
Bye.
Goodbye for now, because we're both falling apart, and yeah. The less said about that the better. So
we have a dog. The dog's decided that he likes the new chair.
Okay, that's because he can get on the chair. Now I've moved the fabric.
So he's off.
Right, so we'll say goodbye from Vlogmas today, and I'll see you up tomorrow. Bye.
Bye bye.